If you've ever applied for a job, you know the feeling. You spend hours getting your resume just right. You craft that perfect cover letter. You hit send, and crickets. It's got to be one of the most frustrating things about the modern job search. But what if I told you there's a way to change that? Today, we are going to break down exactly how you get your application past the robots and into the hands of a real, live human.
Seriously, does it feel like you're just launching your resume into a black hole? Well, you're not alone, and you're definitely not imagining it. So what is actually happening between the moment you click apply and, well, that deafening silence? Let's pull back the curtain.
Every single time you apply, you're actually up against two very different gatekeepers. First up, you've got the robot. This is the Applicant Tracking System, or ATS. Its only job is to scan for keywords and reject anything that doesn't fit its super rigid format. And get this, it tosses out about 75% of resumes. Then, if you're lucky enough to get past the bot, you face the human. And this person is completely overwhelmed, spending just a few seconds on your application, desperately looking for a spark of personality, a good story. To get the job, you have to beat them both.
So first, let's talk about the application black hole. Look, to beat the system, you've got to understand the system. And what you're up against is, well, it's a lot bigger than you might think.
This number is just wild. Almost 98%. Let that sink in. 98% of Fortune 500 companies are using an applicant tracking system, and this isn't just for big tech jobs either. It is the new standard pretty much everywhere. This means that optimizing your resume for a machine, it's not just a good idea anymore, it's literally the only way to even get in the game.
Okay, so how do we beat the robot? This is where we get tactical. We're going to build a resume that is specifically designed to sail right through those digital filters.
So first off, let's be crystal clear on what this Applicant Tracking System, or ATS, really is. It's software, and its job is to scan, filter, and rank applications. It doesn't care about your unique journey or your amazing potential. Nope, it only cares about matching the exact keywords and qualifications from the job description. Its entire purpose is to take a massive pile of hopeful applicants and shrink it down to a tiny, manageable few for the recruiter.
Making your resume ATS-proof really comes down to a simple three-step process. Okay, step 1, match the keywords. Use the exact language from the job description. Step 2, simplify your format. Think clean, basic, and boring, because boring works here. And step 3, and this is the big one, you have to tailor it for every single job. No exceptions.
Now let's really zoom in on formatting, because this is where most people get it wrong. That beautiful, custom-designed resume you paid for, the ATS probably can't even read it. You have to avoid columns, tables, and images. Stick to super standard section titles like experience and education. And those fancy templates from Canva or LaTeX, they are poison to the software. Your secret weapon is a simple Word doc or PDF. I'm serious.
Okay, you did it. You've beaten the bot. Congrats. But now comes the hard part, winning over the human. Your resume got you in the door, but it's your cover letter where you actually get to make a real personal connection. You know, I saw this quote from a recruiter on Reddit, and it hit the nail on the head. They said cover letters get a bad rap because most people just don't get the point. They turn it into a resume 2.0, just repeating the same old facts. But a hiring manager doesn't want another summary. They want a story. And this is what they usually get. You can almost hear the yawn, can't you? It's formal, it's boring, and it has zero personality. For a recruiter who has to read hundreds of these, it's an instant tune-out. Your application is heading straight for the trash.
Now compare that to this. This has personality, it shows genuine passion right from the first sentence, and it connects with the company's vibe. It's memorable. It makes the recruiter literally sit up and think, okay, I need to learn more about this person.
So here's the bottom line. Your cover letter is not just a summary of your resume. It's a story. It's your one chance to connect the dots for the hiring manager, to show off your personality, your passion, and most importantly, how you are the solution to their biggest problem. It's a story about your impact.
And of course, we have to talk about AI, right? Tools like ChatGPT can be an incredible advantage in your job search, but only if you use them strategically. Using them lazily isn't just going to get you rejected, it'll get you rejected faster than ever before.
Here's the key. I want you to remember the 70-30 rule. Let AI do about 70% of the heavy lifting, things like structure, grammar, finding those keywords we talked about. But that final absolutely crucial 30%, that has to be you. Your personal stories, your authentic voice, your specific, measurable achievements. That blend is what makes an application impossible to ignore.
Remember, AI is your assistant. It is not your ghostwriter. And get this, a shocking 80% of hiring managers say they view generic AI content negatively. Trust me, they can spot it a mile away. Just copying and pasting is a huge red flag that you couldn't be bothered, and it's a one-way ticket to the trash pile.
All right, let's wrap this up with a lightning round of the most critical application-killing mistakes, because avoiding these is just as important as everything else we've talked about today.
First up, that impersonal greeting. To whom it may concern just screams, I didn't do the 5 minutes of research it would have taken to find the name. Second, spelling and grammar errors. To a recruiter, this isn't just sloppy, it signals that you might be a risky hire who lacks attention to detail. And third, those vague generic statements. Phrases like, I have a proven track record, they're totally meaningless. Prove it. Use real numbers and specific outcomes.
So I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Your application, it isn't a history report of everything you've ever done. It is a sales pitch for what you can do for them. And the only question left is, are you selling yourself effectively?